Hello, 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 everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy AT2 here. I kind of wanted to wait to see how the day would go before talking about this. I was up late to where I did hear about the attack in Iran. So, yes, we are at war with Iran. For those of you who don't know, we are supporting Israel and backing them up. I forgot to share this actually. Hello, everybody coming in the room. What's up? What's up? What's up? Just want to go ahead and share this video. Come on over. Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure. Let's play an intro and then we'll be right back and we'll get into it, you guys. Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? Okay, I see y'all coming in the room now. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, okay, I forgot to share this out, so let me go ahead and share it. All right. So without further ado, my thoughts on the war. One, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. Hey, Shawnee, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I think that this is going to be a regular occurrence to where no one is stopping Trump. So he feels that he can do whatever he wants to do. And he's going to keep on pursuing starting shit, going to war with different countries. And again, don't forget, he's in bed with Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel. So they're going to keep working together to try to do regime change or try to invade these countries in the Middle East. Now, again, a lot of people want us to just say, screw Israel. We can't necessarily say screw Israel. They're always going to be allies to us because, number one, they're our only source of power in the Middle East, right? That's the real truth and the real reason, right? But also, we're not going to be able just to completely cut them off. Now, the issue is that giving them funding and for, offensive weapons and having them basically be able to do whatever they want to do, that's a huge issue. Because it's like, okay, they dropped bombs, over the summer, last summer, because they said, oh, they were bombing on all the nuclear plants. Now, they said that they got rid of all the nuclear weapons, but do we know that for a fact? Did Iran confirm that they got rid of that? Yeah, all our nuclear sites were bombed and now we don't have any nuclear weapons. You don't know what they have. Because there's also been this thing. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember last year, these sleeper cell planes, and basically they move so fast that you can't see them. They move stealth, right? And a lot of people have been worried about that. Like, okay, what's going to happen if one of those planes get over here somehow? Now, I think the chances of an attack on us here in America is very unlikely, right? However, let's not forget we have bases all over because, again, Iran went ahead and struck, I believe it was in the UAE, Jordan, like all our military, Kuwait, all our military bases, There's a popular YouTuber over here who's currently in Kuwait, and I reached out to her just to make sure that she was okay. And yes, she's okay. But it's scary knowing that, cyber attack could happen. Right. Cyber attack. Yeah. There's many different ways that they can F with us, They don't have to necessarily come over here to do it. They can cyber attack. They're definitely going after Israel. Also, our military bases, because we're all over the place. So our military bases, they're definitely going to hurt those. So, it's a situation where it's like, damn, what is this for? Because as you guys may or may not know, they did kill the leader, the Ayatollah Ali coming. I think it's Khamenei. At least I've heard it said a couple of different ways, but Khamenei, the leader, he is deceased. They said that they confirmed that they did kill him. But here's the thing: even with them killing him, the leader, there's still systems in place. So more than likely, he's just going to be replaced with somebody who's probably 10 times worse. This doesn't mean that, oh, we're all safe now. That does not mean we're all safe. Or the people of Iran are safe. The Iranians, this doesn't mean that they're safe. Because again, more than likely, they're just going to replace this dude with someone even worse. Sleeper cells load, right. And you have these, because we're going to get into it. You have these Trump supporters all like, oh, this isn't what we want. This is ridiculous. I can't believe Trump went back on his word, blah, blah, blah. The first time he was in office, he killed one of their leaders in Iran. So what do you mean? You didn't think that he would do it again? Of course he was going to do it again. Don't be stupid. And all this, oh, he told us he was anti-war. Are you effing kidding me? What made you believe that he's anti-war? He's not anti-war. He's pro-power, which is pro-war, essentially, but pro-power. Because their thought process, and I guarantee you, is like, oh, we're going to get some oil. Hold on, let me get your ice bucket ass up out of here. Goodbye. Don't start that shit today. But anyway, I feel bad for the Iranian Americans here. The government is watching them extra close. You know what? They didn't even think about that. Remember, and I hate to go back this far, but September 11th, all the Muslims and everything, they were harassed. Because they were said to be terrorists, even if they weren't and had no connection. They were just said to be terrorists because of who they are. They were racially profiled, right? That's going to happen to them. Because just like Russia necessarily doesn't attack us physically, right? They're not over here sending weapons, but they do. They meddle in our election. They also do cyber attacks, and they have spies. I believe it was the Biden administration that had to get all the Russian spies up out of here, like all the not delegates. I forgot what you call them. Not foreign. Like foreign officials, they all got sent back to Russia because there were some spies and stuff like that. I forgot the actual terminology, but I'll look up the article and I'll put it in the description box after I'm done with this. So again, that's a way that Iran could mess with us by having spies, probably funding terrorist organizations to try to do attacks instead of physically them as a government coming over or trying to do anything. And then, of course, our military bases. Like, why is he doing this? Because he has nothing else better to do. Because this is the thing. Trump thinks, oh, if we show how strong we are, people are going to love this. The base and everybody. Because if you say that you're against the war, against a regime, right? A horrible regime, people are more apt to say like, oh, well, why would you be against America? That's the way they're going to frame this, by the way. If you disagree with the war, they're going to say, oh, you're anti-American. We've seen this playbook before. But it's not that, and I want to, and let's be clear. No one is saying that they're pro-Iran. Like, no one is praising Iran and saying, oh, they're the greatest country in the world. No one. by far is saying that. Well, let me say, most people here in America are not saying that, right? However, that still doesn't mean that we want to go to war with another country. That still doesn't mean that we should be seeking regime change, because again, if they think that new people are just going to come in and change everything, no. That's a system. The system is built in, and not just in Iran, the system is built in throughout most of the Middle East. Did it work in Afghanistan? No. The Taliban is back. The Taliban is back in Afghanistan. Did it work in Iraq? No. Iraq is still in chaos. Did it work in Libya, even though that's North Africa? No, it did not work. You know, you can point to these different regimes and these regime changes and see if anything actually changed. No. That has to come from within. Just like I think I talked about this before, but if you look at Iran and like just the Middle East in like the 70s and stuff like that, before the Ayatollah, before that happened, like the women were beautiful. They dressed in like just like in Western European Western clothing, you know, like the women were free to wear makeup, have long hair, wear dresses, bathing suits. You know, they had models. Like they were free to do whatever they want to. Now, would we like for Iran and places like that to get back to that kind of level? Yeah, of course. But if we think we are going to be able to do anything to do, no. Now, if there was like a rebellion group or something and the United States or other countries wanted to support the rebellion groups to then have regime change, that'd be one thing. But if we are just bombing and then going all like, okay, well, let's get some of your oil and then y'all handle it. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be all like, okay, we went ahead and killed this person, that person. Now we're going to take your oil and we'll see you later. Deuces. I don't see anything else happening but that. Thank you for your oil. Bye. No one is going to stop and be all like, oh, yeah, we're going to help them do this and that. No, we bouncing out of there. Because again, do we want to end up in Iran for 20 some years? How long were we in Afghanistan for? Yeah, how long were we what's up, Sirius? How long were we in Afghanistan for? I know it was hella years. Nearly 20 years. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we were there for a very long time. So we can expect the same. The United States is probably going to be there. This isn't the US first rodeo in Iran. No, it's not. It's not our first rodeo in Iran. Like we've been meddling with. I mean, has it? You and we can say this: have we been at peace with Iran? No. I mean, there was the peace treaty that Barack Obama did. It wasn't called a peace treaty. What was it called? Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. It was like a peace treaty, but yeah. The Great Black Hope sent them guns and money. No, he gave them back their money that we had seized. That's what it was. He didn't necessarily give them like our money. No, people now can cry me a river, right? Same playbook as Venezuela, but it's more difficult. Trump is saying Iran interfered with our election. Now he will use this exactly, exactly. There's no proof that Iran messed with our election. Now, before 2016, because a lot of people don't know, but before 2016, there's always been countries trying to meddle in the election. Like that's not uncommon. It was just that in 2016 it was very prevalent. But again, that excuse is bullshit. What I think Trump is hoping, and this is just my theory, right? I think he's hoping to get in all these wars so then he can enact something where like because I forgot what the law is, but if like we're in a war, you can't change president or something like that. Let me see if I can find it real quick because I don't know the exact name. Like this is the same reason why the guy in Ukraine is still in power. Okay. I can't find what it's called. This is to distract from the Epstein. Yes, and I'm happy that you guys brought that up because definitely this is a distraction. It's like the last time. Remember when I think he invaded Venezuela when the Epstein files had dropped, right? It's like every time some big stuff come up. What's up, Miss J? Every time Miss Jess, every time someone comes up, that's when he wants to go ahead and attack another country. Every time. I mean, people got to wake up, you know? People got to see what the issue and what the problem is. When you just let shit slide and just go like, "Oh yeah, he's doing this, he's doing that." We definitely need Congress to act. And here's the thing. Democrats are not in power. I keep hearing everybody say it's the Democrats' fault. At this point, you guys need to get a fucking hobby because we can't blame the Democrats for this man who's using Article 2 to skip over having to get the war approved by Congress to be able to attack not Israel, but to attack Iran with Israel. I've seen a video earlier today, right? And this girl was upset. It was this influencer. She's not from America, but it was like this influencer was upset that the planes were grounded over there in Europe because she had some kind of influencer thing, that event that she was doing in Israel, and she was upset. And it's all like, lady, there's an act of war going on, and you're worried about your event being canceled. And why would you want to fly there anyway? Do y'all know that? And y'all probably don't because I haven't seen this on the internet. I actually found this on the YouTube. Um, not YouTube, on TikTok. Benjamin Netanyahu, that motherfucker is in Germany. His plane could not land in Israel because of all the strikes that Iran was doing. They could not find a safe space for their plane to land. So they went to Germany. If your leader doesn't even want to be in the country, why the fuck would you want to go? And I would like, my mind isn't even like on the thought of even going to Israel anytime soon. Like, especially during a war. Like my mind can't even comprehend like why would you go to want to go somewhere that is actively in a war? Couldn't be me. Like, if anything, find you a way, a route out, so you can get your ass back home. You know, if you currently stuck, there's a few people who are stuck in Israel right now. They can't leave. They can't do anything. I hope there is a way that this can all end within a couple of days. Um, but I don't see it happening. I haven't seen a statement from Schumer. I know Kamala did one. Mamdani. There's been a few prevalent people who have done one, but I haven't seen Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer. Let me see if I can find them real quick. Let's see. Okay, Chuck Schumer said, Senate Democratic leader, da, 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 da. When I talked to Secretary Rubio, I implored him to be straight with Congress and the American people about the objectives these strikes. What comes next? Iran must never be allowed to attain nuclear weapon, but the American people do not want another endless and costly war in the Middle East when there are so many problems at home. The administration has not provided Congress and the American people with critical details about the scope of the immediacy of the threat. Confronting Iran's malign regional activities, nuclear ambitions, and harsh oppression of the Iranian people demands American, okay, whatever, weak. All you got to say is, bitch, we don't want the fucking war. Mm, I don't see anything from Hakeem Jeffries, which is interesting. Hmm. Oh, this is from 2024. I don't know why that. Yeah. Overnight, Donald Trump announced the start of a massive and ongoing military operations against Iran. The framers of the United States Constitution gave Congress the sole power to declare war as the branch of government closest to the American people. Iran is a bad actor and must be aggressively confronted for its human. I'm not reading the rest of that shit. The reason why I'm not going to read the rest of that shit is because yes, we know that Iran is horrible and lawless when it comes to the way they treat their civilians, but at the same time, like, that doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that this man is going over you guys' head and doing whatever he wants to. What are you going to do to stop him? And I know I said earlier, like, oh, all the blaming Democrat things, like, that's stupid, done with, or what, dumb to do that. But again, when you put out weak statements like this is the problem. Oh, we understand that Iran is this and that. Okay, because basically you're just saying, like, oh well, we need to invade them, but this isn't the right time to do it. Like, we need to invade them, but you should have asked us for approval. What's up, Lesson? A president initiating war to maintain power is often referred to as wag the dog scenario, or see, there we go. Diversionary war, where foreign conflict is used to distract from domestic issues or solidify. Hmm. Listen, this isn't a war if you don't know military doctrine. Well, what would you call it? If it's not a war, what would you call it? No, it's two people striking each other. I mean, that's a war, right? And he didn't go to the UN and say, "Hey, UN, we need your backup. We need your help." And some people were mad at Iran for striking back. Of course they were going to strike back. Did we not think they were going to strike back? So once our country is declaring war, what type of powers does that give the president? Nikki, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Right, serious. You're right about that. Um, I don't. Iran is going to back down. I heard Dubai is getting hit up too. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. The UAE, yeah, they're getting hit too. And it's like you turn so many. Like, here's the thing with the UN. Like, yeah, they're always going to, try to rectify everything, and they're kind of like the people that, um, I don't want to say resolve the issues, but they kind of oversee the issues between the different countries. But I mean, the UN was the one trying to get a ceasefire a while ago, and the United States kept vetoing it so that the ceasefire wouldn't get approved. So again, how much power do the UN have? Yeah, it's a sucky situation. I don't like it. I'm pretty sure that this thing is going to get very, very, very nasty. And as you guys know, I don't know if you guys heard, but the school, all girls school was bombed. Like 50 people died, and I want to say like 60 are injured. It's a lot of casualties, right? And the the thing was is that they blamed it on Iran. They said no, Iran struck that school. Now, why would Iran drop a bomb on their own school? Did they drop it on the school just to blame the United States and Israel? That doesn't make any sense. Now, am I saying that Iran can't do that? No, but that wouldn't make any sense in the middle of the war. They start attacking their own people. Dumb. Just dumb. All right, you guys, this is just going to be a short show. I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I appreciate y'all for being here. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section of all of this. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and just be safe and pray for our men and women overseas right now. We're definitely going to pray for them that they stay safe, and hopefully no casualties on our. Love y'all. Thank y'all for watching.